Let's be real. Cheating isn't some rare, dramatic twist in a soap opera. It happens. And often, it's not because you messed up. Sometimes it's about who she is, not what you did. You might think you're safe, solid relationship, good communication. But if you know where to look, the red flags are waving. Today, we're breaking down the 5 types of women who are most likely to cheat. No sugarcoating, no soft talk, just the straight up truth you need to hear. If you've ever been left on red, suddenly ghosted, or stuck in your head asking yourself, what did I do wrong? This one's for you. Because maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was the pattern you didn't recognize. These types, they're out there. And they're real. So if you're ready to stop being confused and start seeing clearly, type "I'm ready" in the comments. And hit that subscribe button. This is only the beginning. By the time we're done here, you'll look at relationships with brand new eyes. 1. The material-driven woman. This type of woman doesn't date for love. She dates for lifestyle. For her, your heart matters far less than your income. She's addicted to luxury, name brands, status, and the illusion of success. The way she sees it, your role isn't to build a life together. It's to fund the one she thinks she deserves. You could be a loyal, generous, emotionally supportive man, and it still won't be enough. If your wallet can't keep up with her never-ending appetite for more, she'll start drifting, mentally, emotionally, and eventually, physically. What makes her dangerous is how she disguises her expectations as standards. I just want a man who provides, she'll say. But in reality, she's not looking for a provider, she's looking for a sponsor. And the moment you stop upgrading her lifestyle, she'll start shopping around for someone who will. She doesn't value the relationship itself, she values what she can get from it. And when love is no longer profitable, she'll justify her betrayal by convincing herself you didn't give her enough. How do you spot her? Pay attention to how she talks. Is her focus always on brands, status, or comparing you to richer men? Does she pressure you to buy things or talk about what her exes used to provide? A Stoic man knows that love should be built on mutual respect and shared values, not purchases. If she treats your effort like it's only worth something with a price tag attached, that's not a partner. That's a ticking time bomb disguised as romance. 2. The social media addict. In today's world, social media has become a digital playground, and some women treat it like their full-time job. The social media addict is one who lives online more than she does in the real world. Her self-worth is directly tied to likes, followers, comments, and DMs. What seems like harmless posting is often a deep craving for validation. No matter how much attention or affection you give her, she still seeks that constant dopamine hit from strangers reacting to her photos. It's not about documenting life. It's about performing it. Why is this dangerous? Because platforms like Instagram and TikTok give her access to endless new men. Exes, random admirers, guys who slide into her DMs. She keeps that door wide open. And when attention is her currency, loyalty quickly becomes optional. She may say things like, "I'm just being friendly," or "You're overreacting, it's just social media." But make no mistake, if she's still entertaining flirtatious messages, replying to thirst traps, or posting content that screams, "I'm available," she's inviting emotional affairs, even if she hasn't physically stepped out. The worst part? She'll gaslight you for questioning her online behavior. She'll paint you as insecure or controlling, when in reality you're just asking for basic respect. A Stoic man doesn't try to control her phone, but he pays close attention to where her attention goes. If her focus is constantly on an audience of strangers, not on the man she's with, then she's not in a relationship. She's in a performance. In the end, love needs presence, not performance. And if her heart lives online, she'll never fully give it to you offline. 3. The unapologetic flirt. This woman doesn't just flirt, she breathes it. Every interaction, every glance, every giggle, it's calculated, intentional, and designed to draw attention. She says, "I'm just being nice," but deep down, she knows exactly what she's doing. She gets a rush from making people feel wanted, even if she's in a relationship. In her world, Boundaries don't exist. She thrives on being desired, on keeping her options open, and on the thrill of emotional entanglements that feel harmless to her but devastating to you. To her, flirting is entertainment. It's her safety net. If things go wrong with you, she already knows who's waiting in the wings. She might not mean to cheat at first, but all it takes is one harmless moment to cross the line. She'll call you controlling if you ask her to stop. She'll say, "I've always been like this," as if flirting is a personality trait she was born with. But don't get it twisted. This isn't charm. It's insecurity wearing confidence like a mask. A Stoic man doesn't compete for respect. If she's openly flirting while claiming loyalty to you, it's not just a red flag, it's a siren. And staying in that situation will only damage your self-worth. Real relationships are built on trust, not games. If her energy is constantly being scattered across other men, how much is she truly giving to you? You shouldn't have to question where you stand, or who else she's making feel special. In the end, you deserve a woman who flirts with one person, you. If she can't give that, she's not ready for the relationship you're trying to build. 4. The secretive woman. She's charming, affectionate, and mysterious. But when it comes to her life, there's a wall you can't break through. You don't meet her friends. She avoids talking about her past. Her phone never leaves her hand and is always face down. You're with her, but you never really know her. This woman thrives in the shadows. The less you know, the more control she has. And that's exactly why she cheats. Not out of boredom or passion, but out of power. Her secrecy gives her freedom. She can live two lives without you ever suspecting a thing. She'll call herself private, but don't be fooled. Privacy is healthy. Secrecy is toxic. There's a difference between someone who values personal space and someone who actively hides entire parts of their life from you. You ask to meet her family. There's always an excuse. You offer to pick her up. She insists on meeting you there. These aren't coincidences. They're red flags, waving in your face. A Stoic man trusts, but he also observes. He knows that love cannot grow in the dark. If she's unwilling to share her world, her routines, or her people, you're not in a relationship. You're in a guessing game. The sad truth? You can't build a future with someone whose past and present is hidden from you. And trying to do so will only drain you emotionally. Let her go. Not because you're bitter, but because you value openness, honesty, and clarity, and she's not offering any of that. 5. The attention seeker. She's magnetic, captivating, and lights up every room. At first, it feels like you're lucky to have her, but over time, you realize something. She needs attention like oxygen. And it's not just yours she craves. This woman is fueled by admiration, any kind, from anyone. She doesn't necessarily cheat because she's unhappy with you. She cheats because she's addicted to the rush of new attention. And when your love becomes routine, she starts chasing the next emotional high. She'll flirt, dress provocatively, entertain messages from other men, not always to act on them, but to keep the thrill alive. She needs constant reminders that she's desired, important, and wanted. And when you stop feeding that ego 24/7, she starts looking elsewhere. Here's the catch. It doesn't matter if the new guy is better than you. He just needs to be different. Because for her, novelty beats stability every time. When you call her out, she'll act clueless. "I'm just a people person," or "I didn't do anything wrong." But deep down, she knows what she's doing. She's playing a game of emotional roulette. And you're the one left feeling insecure, questioning your worth. A Stoic man sees through the drama. He knows that love isn't about being put on display. It's about being chosen, consistently. And if you're constantly competing for her attention, it's time to ask yourself why. You deserve someone who's grounded, someone who chooses you even when no one else is watching. If she's chasing spotlights, let her go. You're not her audience. You're a man who knows his worth. If you've made it this far, then here's the truth you probably already know deep down. It's not about hating women, blaming them, or becoming bitter. It's about protecting your peace, your purpose, and your power. In a world that constantly tells men to lower their standards, to tolerate disrespect, and to stay silent when something feels off, you get to draw the line. Because the reality is, you've worked too damn hard to become who you are today. You've endured pain, built yourself from the ground up, developed discipline, and earned your self-respect. You don't just want loyalty, you deserve it. You don't just hope for peace, you require it. And love? Love should never come with emotional chaos as a package deal. The 5 types of women we just walked through, they're not inherently evil, but they are dangerous to a man who doesn't know his worth. They will drain you, confuse you, and make you doubt yourself if you let them. But a Stoic man doesn't chase what threatens his peace. He observes. He sets boundaries. He walks away when respect is no longer being served. So the next time a beautiful woman enters your life, don't just ask, is she attractive? Ask, is she safe for my soul? Can she grow with me, stand beside me, and build something real? Or is she another lesson wrapped in temptation? You're not here to beg for love. You're here to build it, with someone who sees your value before the world claps for you, not after. Remember this. Your standards aren't arrogance. They are the shield that protects the empire you're still building. Stand tall, stay focused, and never settle for a woman who makes you feel like you have to earn the very thing you already give: loyalty, respect, and real love.